What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Yours truly, Kendrick McKnight here, back again with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. In this video, man, we're going to be talking about how to overcome the fear of failure. That's tough, right? That's real big. That's humongous to certain people and people like myself too, man, because that word failure can be the centerpiece of who you are as a person and who you want to be and where you want to go in life, right? And sometimes when certain things doesn't go the way that we see it, we feel like, oh man, I'm a failure and I have the fear of being a failure and not being able to reach that mountaintop, right? And I have my moments as well. Like I have my moments where like things are not going the way that I saw it. Things are not going the way that I want it to be. And you start to feel like a failure because you put these just humongous tasks and responsibilities on your shoulders and you put people on your back in your family in your life, and when things doesn't go within the timely fashion that you want it, you start to feel like a failure. You let everyone down and all these things, right? And all of those things are equivalent to me and my story and what I still battle with to this day. And I wanted to share that with you guys, man, how to overcome it, how to overcome the fear of failing. And my top two fears in life, you know what I'm saying? And feeling like I'm failing in a sense, you know what I mean? And just fears altogether. Um, so my top two, starting with two, is like I was saying, having the fear of failing. You know, when you are a goal oriented and just passionate person about what you want to do in life, you have big goals, you have big dreams, and you have these ideas in your head and vision in your mind that you want to do this, you want to do that. You're already at the mountaintop and you're succeeding. And by God's will or just unfortunate situations, things are not going how you want it, or things just didn't pan out here. That doesn't mean that's the end of the world. That doesn't mean that you should just quit and just leave and feel like, oh man, like I tried everything that I could and that's it. Having that fear of failing. I'm here to tell you guys, man, keep going, keep pushing, keep thriving. Things happen for a reason, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And like for me personally, yes, it's been a very tough and rough uh 7 years for me. I've been on this journey going towards broadcasting, and I tell you what, it's not been easy. It's not been nothing in the sort of easy. Going after something that you love is brave in itself. So many people are content and just settles for here when they want to be here, but they're scared to what? Fail. You personally need to fail in order to know what you have to do to level up and to evolve. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I've not necessarily failed, but like I failed in a sense of having that thought process of wanting things to go the way that I wanted. That I failed at. I shouldn't have had that thought process and understand having that understanding, like everything happens for a reason. And for a long time, like when I was younger, like maybe not necessarily younger, but like a couple years ago, maybe definitely high school, definitely college. Uh, even just sometime that after I graduated college, I had that mindset of wanting things to go my way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I failed. I failed. I can't do this. I can't do that. I tried going out to here, didn't work. I tried emailing this person. I tried reaching out to this person, and nothing comes about. I failed. When in actuality, it wasn't your calling to do this line of work. It wasn't your calling to do this. It wasn't your calling to participate in that. Like everything happens for a reason. And I've always had that fear of letting down the people in my life that I love the most because I remember when I was younger, I don't even remember how old I was, maybe like a seven, eight, nine, something like that. I remember it was like a family gathering, and I was just looking around, and I'm just like, is this it? Is this what Kendrick McKnight's story is going to be? Just my hometown forever. Like everybody's here, everybody's laughing, talking, get along, boom, boom, boom. But it's like, is this it? You know what I mean? Everybody's content with this. Everybody's content with my hometown. Everybody is settling for here. Like I've knew there was something more out there for me. I always knew I was meant to do and be more. And I decided it for myself in that moment, like, hey, I'm gonna put everybody on my back and carry the load and be that one. And be the guy that everybody looks back like, man, like out of all people, Kendrick is the one that did this. Out of all people, Kendrick did this and that, and boom, boom, boom. That's amazing. And that's been my driving force for a very long time. And even before and after my dad's death. And so with his death, that even added more, um, just more will and effort into myself to go even further within my pursuit to my goals. And when things didn't go the way that I wanted it, like okay, I failed my dad, man. I failed my mom, I failed my brothers, and it's like, oh man, I'm worthless. Like I can't do anything for myself. But you have to feel like you failed in order to learn. You have to feel like you failed to understand, like, okay, let me gather myself, pick up the pieces, dust myself off, and learn that everything happens for a reason. And I know not to do this again. And I know not to do that again. And now with a more clearer mind, it's like, okay, cool, boom. Now I know what to do. You feel what I'm saying? And so having that fear of failure is tough. You just gotta continue to push yourself and gather yourself and go after what you want to do. You know what I mean? Um, you would never be able to learn if you don't fail or feel like you failed, you know? And so continue to have that mindset, continue to push yourself, continue to be on that hunt for where you want to be and where you want to go in life. And any and everything is possible for you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's crazy too, because like I've always expressed on my channel that I've always wanted a family. I've always wanted that storybook ending of a wife and kids and just yeah, happily ever after. But my biggest fear in life is being a dad. And I don't say that to say that, oh, I don't want kids or I think I'll be a sorry dad. It's just like for me, I am a perfectionist and I want to do everything right. And I'm still having a hard time grasping the thought process of me knowing that I'm not going to be perfect as a father. And that's what is messing with me. That is what is not necessarily pushing away the idea of wanting to be a parent. It's just that it scares me knowing that I can't be everywhere. I can't be at every soccer game. I can't be at every cheerleading practice or basketball game or track meet or anything like that. Like I know that, but I think the true fear comes in where I don't want my son or my daughter to resent me because I couldn't make this or I couldn't do this or they asked me for something and I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like that gets me. And it hurts my heart because and it's crazy too because I don't even have plans to have kids at this moment, but like this that idea, however X amount of years down the road, just thinking way ahead is just that bothers me. That I'm not going to be able to do everything right, and that's a fear of mine, and I hate that. I hate that, and so again, I think I've said something like this, um, videos ago, but I pride myself on just being different and breaking generational curses. You know what I'm saying? Like I got family filled with, baby fathers, baby mamas on both sides of the fence, my mom's side of the family, dad's side of the family. So I know how it goes. I've seen it, I've heard stories, and that's not a life that I want to live. And so I want to, like I said, be different um and have that family structure, you know what I'm saying? And like for me, my first biggest goal in life was for my mom and my dad to be together. And due to the fact that I never got that, um, that's what kind of like led me to want to have a family on my own so my kids can know what it's like to actually have a two-parent household because that's so beneficial to, you know, kids, you know what I'm saying? They can wake up and mom and dad is in the house and they don't have to live with mom during the week and stay with dad on the weekend. Like that's so weird. I don't want that for my kids at all. You know what I'm saying? And so I say that too because my partner I'm going to really, really need and I need her to understand like and help me walk through that process of being a dad, man, because there's going to be moments where I just break down and know that I can't do everything. I can't be everywhere. Um and that's within my perspective, right? And I feel like within the kid's perspective, like you're doing everything. You're doing everything right. You're dad, you're Superman, you're Batman, you're everything. But within a parent's aspect, like it's hard. You know what I'm saying? that idea just kills me inside. So that's my number one fear for sure. Being a dad. Again, that doesn't make me not want kids. Like I always wanted kids. That's been the goal since forever. But it scares me in a sense of um I just don't want to be a letdown and I want to be good enough for them. You know what I'm saying? Like for a very long time I've always gotten that compliment that I'll be a good dad one day. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the qualities already for your brothers and all that type of stuff. And I'm just like, okay, that's cool. I appreciate that sentiment. But taking care of your brothers is nowhere, or your younger siblings or whoever is watching this is nowhere near of taking care of your own child. You feel what I'm saying? And so sometimes that's tough. That's very, very tough to just think of and have that in your thought process. You feel what I'm saying? And so um you can never truly be ready for kids. Is until they're here, then that's when it's like, okay, boom. Like you feel what I'm saying? So I don't going kind of going back to the title of this, like I don't want to be a failure within that role of being a parent. And so yes, I would definitely need my partner to lean on and help me along that process. But just having the understanding that everything is going to be okay with that too. Like Kendrick, man, like you have all of the qualities of being the best dad in the world, you know. Like you're this, you're that, you're amazing. You're good, you know. You're attentive and you're respectful, you're all of these great things. So how can you not be a good dad? You know what I'm saying? Like you're that guy. And you are good enough to not only reach your goals and your mountaintop, but you are good enough to be a father as well. You know, I have to constantly tell myself these things to eventually overcome them. And right now, it's still a fear. Oh, my top two fears. But for me, man, my process is to constantly tell my brain that and tell myself that out loud. Sometimes just saying it within it can get you somewhere a little bit, but it can take you all types of places if you just say it out loud. You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick, you are great. You are good enough. You will be a great father. You will be a great leader. You know what I'm saying? And you will reach that mountaintop. And so it's it's something that's tough for me, but I'm pushing through. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking or feeling about this video, man. And just that true transparency that I giving you guys. And also too, what are you guys' biggest fears? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not easy to talk about them at all. You know what I mean? But it's also good to let things out and let the let let the world know how you feel and let people in. You know what I'm saying? That's been a very, I'll say, tough thing to do for me. Letting people in because when you get hurt constantly, you start to feel like everybody's out there to get you. And you have like a shield blocking, but um I'm here to also say, man, like everything's gonna be okay. And you can't do that to your partner. You can't do that to your wife or your husband, you know what I'm saying? Partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, shit like that. So it's also important to just let things out and be vulnerable and be transparent in order for them to get to know more of you and that side of you. It's cool to laugh, joke, have fun, the romantics, the physicals, but it's also important to have that um, verbal intimacy, you know what I'm saying? And that emotional attachment and have those deep conversations and building more of a connection, you know what I'm saying? And so, um, yeah, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. How to overcome the fear of failure is a very tough thing to do. But like any and all things, man, we have to continue to push through and grind and ultimately become and evolve to bigger and better people on the other side. Until my next video, yes, sir.